Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to talk about health, wealth, and relationships. I think that everybody needs a balance of all three of these things in their lives in order to be happy. It sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? But most of us are not really balanced when it comes to all three areas. I'll share some stories of people that I know that are really good in one area, but they suck in the other two. Just not complete in all three areas. And what I've learned from all of these examples, and what you can learn as well in order to become happier or just be happy in general, all right? So first of all, let's talk about health. Health is so important. That's why I teach swimming on this channel, because I want you to be safe and fit by swimming and just getting in the water and having the confidence to do it, as well as working out in the gym, eating clean. All these tips that I put onto this channel starts with health. Health comes first. Whenever you see a person dying or very sick, what's the only thing that he thinks of or wishes? He wishes for health. That's it. He doesn't wish for a nice boat. He doesn't wish for a nice mansion. He doesn't wish for a vacation in the Bahamas. No, the only thing he wants is to be healthy. So health is always first out of all three, okay? I don't care who you are. You have to be healthy first. And if you're not healthy, then get healthy, all right? So watch my channel. Take a look at the playlist, the swimming playlist, the fitness playlist that I have. I have all these videos laid out for you on how to get fit and how to get in shape for summer or for the rest of your life. So you don't have to worry about that stuff. So once you get into that health mode, it becomes a habit and then you just don't think about it. Just like brushing your teeth. You do it every day and you don't even think about it. It's just a routine. I've dated so many girls that were so unhealthy. They would eat junk or they would just avoid the gyms, and it was hard getting along with these girls because me, I like working out, I like eating chicken breast, I like being active. If you're one of these people, guess what? You may be fine for now. 10 years, 20 years later, maybe not so much. I remember when I was in elementary school and all my peers, all my classmates, I saw what they would eat every day at lunch and after school on a daily basis, and it just shocked me. Bags of chips, they would eat hamburgers, hot dogs, McDonald's, can of pop. This is stuff that their parents packed for their kids. I tried eating that stuff, I tried blending in with the crowd, and all that happened was I just got sick. And all that Coke and all those chips and all those candies that I consumed, it caught up with me really fast at a very young age. It got to the point where I could not sit in class anymore because all of those bad foods were disrupting my system. I couldn't concentrate on anything except like the pain in my stomach or my stomach making noises in class, or me trying to go to the bathroom several times and excusing myself. Around that time, I started changing things up. I got into more active. I got into basketball, got into wrestling, got into sports, started working out in the gym, learned how to weight train, started learning how to eat clean. You know, all that stuff, it took time for me to learn. And I'm glad I took those steps. The first step was me just going to the library and picking up a book on fitness with Arnold Schwarzenegger on the cover, just posing. When I see my peers at the age that we are now, they look terrible. And guess what? All of that crap food, all of those bad habits that they started, or that we started at a very young age, it all caught up to them. If you look at them now, they are all very fat. They all look terrible. They look haggard. Their skin looks really old. You would think I was sitting next to a bunch of really old guys, but these guys are the same age as me. So learn from these mistakes that I've made in the past. First step, cook chicken breast and cook frozen broccoli. All right, so start with those. I have a chicken breast video on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below to it. But you can take health to extreme. if you only focus on health in your entire life, and if you don't focus on wealth and relationships, you ignore these other two areas, what happens? You become pretty much a loner. And I've met so many of these bodybuilders. You know what I'm talking about? These giant roided out guys in every gym that you go to. You know what? I make friends with them. Everybody looks at them. Oh my God, he looks very mean and vicious looking. But to me, I look at that person and I think to myself, my God, that guy is so lonely. Being a huge bodybuilder, it's a very lonely path for most of them. Right? Most of those guys don't have a lot of friends. Most of those guys don't have a lot of relationships. Most of those guys don't have a lot of money. Why? Because they spend all their money on supplements, steroids, whatever that they have to do to win that competition or look that way. Second thing is, they spend all their time at the gym. And as a result of lifting very heavy, all of that training takes a toll on their bodies. No matter how hard you work at the gym, you need to recover. And the only way these guys can recover from such intense workouts is by sleeping a lot. Bodybuilders are known for sleeping a ton throughout the day because they put so much hard strain on their bodies that they need to nap. They need to sleep a lot. When I see a bodybuilder, I see a very lonely person. And a person that doesn't have time to make friends, a person that doesn't have time to network, a person that doesn't have time to have real relationships in his life. That's all they do. Is they train, they eat, and they sleep. They go back to the gym, train, eat, and then they sleep. It's such a really lonely way of living. Try to be like them, and I realized this sucks. You just need to be fit. Fit is okay. Healthy is okay. You just need enough stamina to last in bed, and you need to look good so that you will attract girls. And girls like a Justin Bieber type of body, or a Fight Club kind of Brad Pitt kind of body, Bruce Lee kind of body. It's just nice and fit. Now let's talk about wealth. Wealth is very easy to talk about. I know a lot of people who have a lot of money, and they built up their wealth many, many years. They started very young. For example, my uncle. My uncle, he's in insurance. And he started at a very young age. It took him a long time to grow his business, but now that he is where he is now, he doesn't have to worry about money at all. He is so loaded. I mean, his kids, he has 2 sons. They are both set for life. The kids don't have to do anything. They don't have to lift a finger. He doesn't have to do anything except play golf these days, and he doesn't do much. Why? Because he spent his entire life focusing on his insurance business. He didn't work on his health because he was a huge chain smoker. I didn't like hanging out with him because he kept smoking a lot. Heavy drinker as well. So he didn't really focus on his health. And his relationships, well, he has networks, he has connections in the business world. But are they real relationships? Are they what you would call genuine, like bonds between 2 human beings? I would say no. I would say they're all fake relationships. So he's a pretty lonely guy, is what I'm saying. Yeah, all that money he has, and yeah, he has no one to share it with except his kids. Divorced my aunt as they separated, and he lives on his own. But now he wants to get back with my aunt. That's how lonely he is. He surrounds himself with dogs. He just acquires dogs. You can tell how lonely a person is by how many pets that person has. Do you really want to die knowing that you had more pets than human relationships in your life? The best example I think of is Daniel Plainview, There Will Be Blood. My favorite movie, There Will Be Blood. Give me the blood. Give me the blood, Eli. And get me out here. That guy is very similar to my uncle, actually. I mean, you think about it, right? He built his fortune in the oil business. And where did he end up? He ended up having a nice big mansion all to himself. And he is all to himself. He has no friends. His son hates him, and he just has a butler. And he just drinks all day. He's bored out of his mind. Do you really want to be like him? Like, every time I see a mansion or I ride past a mansion, I look at it. And I try to imagine the people living in that mansion. And I think to myself, my God, how lonely are these people? You think of a mansion as luxurious and just like, wow, he's made it successful. But I think of a mansion as a prison. It's just a giant prison that you contain yourself in, and you never want to leave. I would rather live in like a capsule-sized hotel room. It gives me an opportunity to explore the world versus being trapped in a giant mansion all to myself and not have any contact to the outside world. Just recently, I rode past this giant mansion being built, and I saw the crew outside just taking a smoke break, and I asked the guy, like, who's living in this mansion that you're building? He said, you know what he said? He said, one old lady. I said, what? He said, just one old lady. She hired us to build her dream house, he said. And then I said to myself, my God, you know, how empty will she feel once this mansion is complete? That's an extreme example of just focusing on wealth and not focusing on your health or your relationships. Now let's look at the third example, the relationships. I know so many girls that have a Paris Hilton-like Rolodex of friends around them. Social butterfly, we can call them. These girls are the most emptiest girls I've ever met inside. They have all these people that they surround themselves with, but inside she is empty. And does she focus on the health part? Not really. The wealth part? Not so much. I mean, they depend more on their connections or relationships. They know a guy. I know a guy. You should have started with, I have a business. And then I know a guy. Relationships, yeah, they're good to have. And that's what I'm doing right now. If you don't know. Like, I'm making this video and I'm trying to have a connection with you, my viewers. This is a relationship that we have, actually. And I thank you for watching, and I thank you for subscribing and liking my videos and commenting and all that. I appreciate all the help. This is why I make YouTube. It's not just to teach swimming, not just to teach fitness, not just to teach life lessons, but to build a bond between you and I. So we all need to balance. Just like a handstand, we need to balance all three of these elements in our lives. We need to balance our health, our wealth, and our relationships, okay? Health, for me, is so easy. It's like a walk in the park, because I did the work at a very young age. And now I don't have to worry about that, spinning that plate so much. Relationships are very easy for me to get into, okay? The part of the relationships that's hard is maintaining it, okay? So whenever I have a girlfriend, whenever I make a new friend or a new connection, I gotta nurture that relationship. That's very hard. And it's even harder for more people, because nowadays a lot of people are just really socially retarded because of all these smartphones that they're glued to. They've lost the art of communication. Like, it's very hard for a millennial to just walk up to another millennial and just have a nice conversation for like 5 minutes. And they're all focused on cliques now. And that's just a really way of just shutting yourself off from the world around you. And just, you might as well live in your mansion on the hill and never step outside. Especially the relationships between men and women, because there's just a lot of fighting and drama I see on YouTube these days, like MGTOW and feminism and red pill and black pill. Until the day one of us does not exist, one party does not exist, we have to learn to get along with each other, both sides. There's no point in just pointing the finger out, all that back and forth. I see a lot of YouTube channels, they thrive off of. If you want to learn more about relationships, ask questions down below, comment down below, and we'll do some sort of like Ask Hodge Twins kind of answer for you if you want. But wealth is the next stage that I really want to work on with you guys. Yeah, so make sure you balance these three areas: health, wealth, and relationships. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching. I love you. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye!